Hello there, Kyra. Welcome, welcome. I'll be doing my proper work in a minute. Nah. I'm doing a jelly tot. I'm gonna write this because it looks weird. Jelly tot. I think that would go even further. Like this first. Like that. Even wider on that smile. Might even make that go down a bit more. Hello there, Courtney. I'll be doing my proper work in a minute. I did this earlier. Oh. Don't just mess around. If he is trying to jump up like this, and I think that if he has kind of, should he be stuck to the bottom? Nah, very proper. Nah, this is looking a bit too phallic. It was gonna be a jelly tot. Did you study art? I did an animation degree. There wasn't much drawing involved in the actual art. It was more about learning software. Unfortunately. But I'm actually me and we'll get. I don't know how serious I should get right now. There's some revelations about animation. Animation revelations have happened. Revelations? I keep on saying revelations instead of revelations. About animation lately. Where I did my animation degree like a decade ago. And I've done mostly I've done mostly illustration and stuff like that. I have done animation, but it's been mostly in the context of like mobile games and things like that, where it's a bit more small scale. There's no real big character like storyboards and stuff like that. I've done some animation for some TV adverts, but it's been not character, it's been more motion graphics and stuff. So I haven't done character animation, which is like my passion. I say that the thing that I really wanted to get into, and I haven't really done it. And I think that me and my partner were talking last night, because at the moment I'm a bit of a crossroads in my life. I had my recent redundancy from the games company that I used to work for. I worked for them for a long time, and I was doing like animations and art and everything, but again, not character full-blown art. It was more character like animation assets within a mobile game, casual game, things like that. And he was just like, this is your opportunity to kind of explore and be okay with failing at the things that you think that you're supposed to be good at. And animation is, I've always wanted to make like a short or such, and I think that I've called myself an animator for so long that I'll tell you why this also came up. That if I animate and it goes wrong, it's almost like shameful to myself for not being the animator I thought I was. But that doesn't make sense, because to do animation, you need to do animation. So I'm going to like kind of face that head on and not just do illustration, which I'm a lot more comfortable with, and get back into animation and do a big project of my own. And I say big project, it'll start off small. There is a thank you. There's a club, not club, it's a competition. It's a monthly competition, and you get what's it called? 11 seconds of dialogue. It's called the 11-second club, and you have to every month animate that 11 seconds. So 11 seconds in a really good style of animation, because the type of animation I love is like full on like Disney animation, Aaron Blaze, kind of really expressive, Ghibli Studios, like proper 2D animation. Obviously like TV animation like Family Guy and everything has its place, but the thing that got me into animation was the love for those types of movies, those types of things, the early MGM animations and such. And I want to just try that 11 seconds first and go as slow as I need and expect that I'll be rubbish, expect that I'll be shit. And I do have obviously a degree under my belt. I understand the animation principles. I have at least a head start, but I'm going to go into it ignoring that I have the degree and going in with it with the same kind of vulnerability of being okay with being a beginner as I do with a lot of the things that I do. Like in any other areas, this is very specific to animation for me, where if I don't know how to do something, like if a client, for instance, pays for something, what's your favorite anime? For a really long time, it was Fullmetal Alchemist when I was a teenager. I don't watch that much anime now. I know that there's a lot of like gorgeous anime out there. I was looking at the animation for Fooly Cooly the other, like this would be almost in a stylistic thing because I don't watch much anime anymore. But things like stylistically, things like Fooly Cooly or Pompoko, which is a Ghibli movie, which I do genuinely love. It's so funny, and it's so expressive, and all of the Ghibli stuff. So like Princess Mononoke, Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. They have so much reality in the way they move their characters, and I think that it's so charming. Like one thing that kind of pops into my head is when Chihiro's the boy, sorry. I haven't watched those movies for ages. In Spirited Away, the little girl. It's just like a little moment when she's with the little coal creatures in the basement, and she like taps her shoes as she's putting them on, and it's just like the little bits of reality that are in the animation movements are so charming and so gorgeous. So I want to kind of capture that. But as I was saying, most things when I'm approaching them in art-wise, if I don't know how to do it, I'll be scared and such, but I'll accept I don't know how to do that. Let's learn how to do that. And something that I've done in most of my career as well is when I've had a client or a professional thing, and I've done this to myself as well, I'll insert challenge to like broaden while I'm working, because in a professional setting it can be that you get hello Klaus, you can be stuck where you do things in your comfort zone because you want to obviously make sure that you're delivering the client the best thing possible, the most professional thing possible, and the most likely way of doing that is going within your comfort zone. But if you have the opportunity, and I've done it when I have, I've picked something that I don't necessarily know how to do, or I'll accept things that I don't necessarily know how to do. And the good thing about having a client with it where it's paid, it's just like you better pull out the stops to get that done. And there's no it's your responsibility to work out how to do that piece, work out how to do that method. I did it years ago actually, with this animation software called Spine. I really wanted to get into it for the games company I was working for. And I managed to get Spine, the animation software, and I said we should do our games in this, like from now on, because it was what the industry were using for that type of game. And I learned while making the first game on it, and that's actually the software that company always uses now.
I'm sorry, my streamer. I've got a meeting.
Oh.
I know, I'm the worst.
Okay, so Tope has a patient. Just a meeting now. So I'm gonna have to turn off my microphone. I'm very sorry. I shall chat soon as I can. Hello. I'm only here for a second longer because Finn is going crazy for a walk. Going bananas. Because it is actually getting warm outside. Oh my god. Which I am elated about. Metamorphosis. Is that a name for it? Metamorphosis. Exactly, Evan. He's currently staring sober down at his desk. Wanting that sunshine play. Yesterday was the first day we went out in a t-shirt. It was glorious. Glorious, and there was daffodils. There was daffodils, guys. Daffodils, though. Seriously? Lockdown is a hell of a lot easier when there's t-shirt walking and daffodils. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying beforehand, before my microphone got cut off, I'm gonna do more animation. Yeah, I'm gonna be comfortable with the idea of being a beginner again.
Yeah.
Because I've done lots of animation for games and spine animations, which is like for game assets and things like that. But for like proper character animation, which is what I actually, you know, went for my degree for, I haven't done in a long time, and there's been like a fear of doing it. It was 14 degrees yesterday. And also Copenhagen, nice. Wasn't Copenhagen one of like the best cities to live in? According to Monocle magazine.
Copenhagen?
Yeah.
I think so. They do, like,
It was like Copenhagen and Munich and such.
Places where it's easy to set up a business, life is comfortable.
Try Blender.
Culture's not lovely.
I've got Blender.
Cities, though. They don't
Yeah.
talk about anywhere that's smaller.
Yeah. I have got Blender, but I wanted to do some 2D animation. I've got TV Paint, which is like a really good 2D software, what Aaron Blaze uses and such, and it's just really, really good. I just haven't installed it since before I moved. But that's what I'll probably be using. But I would like also to animate 3D, because there is obviously the benefit of, if you've got a model, like I can download like a test rig, and if you can hear banging in the background, that's Finn going nuts with his top toy. If I have the test rig, I have the benefit of being able to practice all of the... Yeah, you can do 2D in Blender, but I don't know. At least I know the software thing, but I could learn that as well. But with the 3D, there is obviously the benefit that if you have the character, you can just do character animation without worrying about consistent volume and such like that, or having to even design a character if you want to just get into practicing. So there's that. I haven't actually looked at the 2D capabilities of Blender. I've heard of it. Relatively, I say relatively new, as in like the last few years, which is still not particularly new. At me. Check out Umami interface. It's all done in Blender and has 2D with twice. Nice, nice. I did use Blender for one of the games that I created, that I was the artist for. I wanted to get a little bit into 3D. Finn! Come on, bud. We're about to go. What was I saying? Yeah, I did 3D for one of the slots I worked on. It was quite rudimentary, but it at least took me through the process of 3D basic modeling and animation and exporting and that. But I haven't done anything character related yet on there, which is, again, what I would like to do because I'm more passionate about that than like environment animation and such. Although I do like 2D special effects. I really like doing 2D special effects. They're fun. It's trippy like Dad's life. I have to look. Look for sure. So, do you do animation as well, Evan? We need to go in a minute, don't we? Because Finn might actually explode. And I don't want an exploded border collie. I want a not exploded border. Do you know what series I was quite disappointed with? Not disappointed, but it was very anticlimactic. Pet Scott. Leave that there. Just put that out there. Hello, Amanda. Hello, hello, hello. Fix cars. Oh, cool. You just have a interest in animation and such, maybe, because you know about the software and things. We were going to put a hat on him, but we felt that even though, like, it said in the brief to add a hat, I was talking to the developer, and it was like, he's creepier without it. Why would we hide all of this? Kind of thing. It seemed... yeah. Because, like, the whole, like, covering his face thing and causing a shadow, yeah, it can work, but if we've got a good design under it, it's kind of unnecessary. If I had a PC for that, would be animating and doing art as well. Is that something you're going to plan on doing, or is that kind of like, is that on the horizon? I know that the animation software, the 2D one, for Ghibli, they released it free, I believe. I have not tried it. I probably should, just to see what it's like, out of curiosity. But I've got a TV Paint, which is very nice. I couldn't tell if that was a car going past or Finn crying then. It's like a whistle. You should be holding the hat. You could, or how about this? Actually, I've got an idea. So he's kind of a bug guy, botfly guy. So like maybe if he had a hat that, just an idea, like this, that hangs, you know what I mean? This, let me take that all the way to black. Here. And then on top, you could have this kind of go under here, under here. Although that would be quite tight against him because it'd be forcefully. Here. I can go down here under the chin, the little tassel. I don't want to obscure too much of the detail there because it's already quite detailed and hard to make out. I don't want to add too much detail. But if you had like a hat like that that kind of sits down low, we could make it have a floppiness. I don't want to make any pointiness because it doesn't really go with his like shape language. There's a lot of just like lots of curves on him. He's quite a curvy character. Maybe even if it's just like that, but I think that loses the shape of it. I think that works actually. That works quite nicely. Yeah, because he used to have this thing. This is only the sketch of it. Kind of thing. Wrong colour and everything because it was from the sketch. Used to have that. Let me colour correct that a bit. Bit of that. And then obviously this would be in shadow now. It kind of loses a lot of the character. Kind of thing. Yeah. So I think it's like that would be better. Okay, you ready to go, Tobe?
Yep,
Cool.
I can do more work.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sorry,
stop.
the right one in
I'll
there.
probably be back later. Exactly, Klaus. You can't cover the ugly face up. It's too ugly to cover. Yeah. I will be back later, but I'll probably make it so that my work hours are just a bit later in the day, because if there's sun, why would I not be taking advantage of it? Right? Right? It's too sunny to not go outside. Also, I'm roasting. I've gotten into the habit of wearing like my nice knitted poncho and such at my desk, and I'm roasting. Did not adapt. Alright. Cool. I think that it can be difficult to create something quite creepy. I did some designs before this guy, and it's hard to get the hard to get it right. Like sometimes it would just look goofy, and sometimes it would just not look scary at all, or like. And I think that this is it's worked out. I think Junji Ito does it really well, and I did use some of his stuff as reference. Well, not really reference. It was more inspiration. I don't know if I have the mood board here. I don't think I do. I also used gimp masks as a part of the inspiration for this guy. One of them had this long, like, kind of leather nose, and I was just like, it'd be cool if that was like wood instead, kind of differentiate. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I will be back later to continue, hopefully finish this guy, and then I'll be moving on to the next, pardon me, the next character, who is this girl called Labia? I don't know, I'm so sorry. I don't know if she's on here. Exactly. Yeah, take care.